Welcome to Last Week in Legal AI. I'm your host, Tom Martin, and we're going to recap last week's top stories. But before we do, I want to let you know that you can get access to the full weekly news report by subscribing to my Substack, lawdroidmanifesto.com. You also get access to daily news updates, thoughtful articles, and podcast interviews with legal innovators. Let's recap last week's top stories, starting with Monday. So on Monday, President Trump dismissed Shira Perlmutter from the U.S. Copyright Office after she opposed Elon Musk's proposal to use copyrighted materials for AI training, raising concerns about intellectual property regulations. I'd also like to point out to you that on Monday, I interviewed Nicole Braddock, and she is an amazing visionary when it comes to incorporating human design into legal tech. And I highly recommend you check out our interview. Then in top news on Tuesday, California Judge Michael Wilner imposed a fine of $31,000 against two law firms for submitting a legal brief filed with fake AI-generated case citations and quotations. The judge condemned the undisclosed outsourcing of research to AI, stating, "No reasonably competent attorney should rely solely on AI-generated content without verification." I'd also recommend you check out an article that I wrote on Tuesday. It's called The Shrinking Ladder of Expertise, and it explores what's left for us as professionals when AI can do it better, faster, and cheaper. Then on Wednesday, Google DeepMind introduced Alpha Evolve, an AI-powered agent capable of inventing sophisticated new algorithms by pairing Google's Gemini large language model with evolutionary techniques. Remarkably, Alpha Evolve even broke a 56-year-old mathematical record for multiplying matrices. And if you haven't already, I recommend you check out my generative AI textbook that I've written for faculty and students. And by the way, you as a subscriber can get access to it. It is Generative AI in the Delivery of Legal Services, available at genailawtextbook.com. On Thursday, the FBI warned that hackers have been using AI-generated voice messages to impersonate senior U.S. government officials in attempts to access personal and official online accounts. Since April, attackers have targeted federal and state officials, potentially aiming to leverage compromised accounts to extract sensitive information. I'd also like to point you to an article that I wrote, Through the Looking Glass. It basically questions whether or not AI is capable of misleading us into aligning with its purposes rather than our own. Finally, on Friday, in yet another case of a fake legal citation, Anthropic's own lawyers apologized after admitting that the Claude AI chatbot fabricated a legal citation that they used in their court filing during the company's copyright dispute with music publishers. The citation had an incorrect title and authors, and it was overlooked by the firm's own manual check. I also recommend that you check out an article that I wrote on Friday called A Better Judiciary Makes a Better Society. In that article, I profile Elisa Schatzman and her achievements, and it's the first in a series that I'm calling Profiles in Innovation. It's a fantastic story, and I highly recommend that you read it. And I would be remiss, of course, if I didn't remind you about the upcoming American Legal Technology Awards. It's going to take place on October 15th at Suffolk University Law School in Boston, and it's going to take place the day before the Clio Cloud Conference. So if you're going to Clio, you're already there. Please join us. Don't miss it. Learn more by going to AmericanLegalTechnology.com. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Last Week in Legal AI. See you next week.